Are you rocking your grey hair but wondering if you're doing it justice? Well, you've come to the right place because today we're diving into 10 grey hair mistakes you'll regret if you're not careful. Stick around because mistake number 10 is something so many women overlook, and it's an absolute game changer for how you feel about your hair. Trust me, these tips could save you from frustration and keep you loving your look for years to come. But before we dive into these mistakes, let's get one thing straight. Grey hair is absolutely beautiful. It's a symbol of confidence, wisdom, and embracing yourself. However, like anything else, it needs the right care and attention to truly shine. Let's kick things off with one of the biggest grey hair pitfalls I see all the time. Let's start with the basics. Grey hair is different, and it's completely normal to notice a few changes as those stunning silver strands begin to make their grand entrance. As we age, our hair texture can shift, and it's not unusual for grey hair to feel a little coarser, drier, or even more unruly at times. I'm sure you've noticed it. But here's the good news. Grey hair just needs some extra tender loving care. It's not a bad thing, it's simply a new stage that calls for new habits and products. And the first step, letting go of the ones that worked wonders when your hair was darker. The shampoos and conditioners you've used for years. They might not do the trick anymore. So what's the secret to maintaining beautiful grey hair? You'll need to switch to hair care products that are specially formulated for silver or white hair. These shampoos and conditioners work wonders at keeping your grey hair vibrant and healthy, while also tackling that dreaded yellowish tint that can sneak in. Trust me, we all want to avoid that brassy, dull look. Also, don't forget to make deep conditioning a regular part of your routine. Once a week is ideal. A rich, nourishing conditioner helps keep your hair soft, manageable, and full of life. Now, here's a little insider tip. When you are shopping for hair care, look for products with ingredients like argan oil, keratin, and hyaluronic acid. These ingredients are total game changers for grey hair. They hydrate, strengthen, and smooth your strands, making them easier to style and manage. It's all about giving your hair the right foundation, so it looks and feels its best every day. If you've been feeling like your grey hair needs a little extra love, this is your cue to start pampering it with the right products. It'll make a world of difference. Now that you have got the right products in your arsenal, let's tackle another sneaky issue that can dull your grey hair's sparkle. Those pesky yellow tones. Trust me, this one can make all the difference. Let's be real for a second. We've all had those days when our grey hair starts to look a little brassy, haven't we? It's totally normal, but let's face it, it can be a bit frustrating. As our hair turns grey, it's more prone to picking up those unwanted yellow tones, and it can happen for all sorts of reasons. Pollution, heat styling, even hard water. But don't worry, it's not a permanent problem, and there's a simple fix that works wonders. Enter purple shampoo. Yes, this is the absolute superhero of hair care for all of us grey-haired gals. If you haven't already incorporated purple shampoo into your routine, you're in for a treat. It's truly a lifesaver when it comes to neutralizing those pesky yellowish hues that can creep in and mess with your beautiful silver strands. As our hair turns grey, it can pick up warm, brassy tones from things like heat styling, environmental pollutants, or even hard water. But here's the good news. Purple shampoo is here to save the day. Purple is opposite yellow on the colour wheel, so when you use it, it counteracts those warm, yellowish undertones and restores your hair to its gorgeous bright silver. The result? Your grey hair will look fresh, vibrant, and fabulous, just the way it's meant to be. Purple shampoo is like a little magic in a bottle that helps your grey shine its best without turning brassy or dull. Now, here's a little useful tip. Don't get carried away with purple shampoo. While it's awesome, it's one of those products where a little goes a long way. Overusing it can give your hair a bit of a violet tint, and while that might be fun for some, it's probably not the look you're going for, so just use it once a week or so to keep things in check. Trust me, this small adjustment will make all the difference in how vibrant and polished your grey hair looks day to day. With purple shampoo in your routine, you'll have that gorgeous silver shine without any of the brassiness hanging around. It's a total game changer, and your hair will thank you. With yellow tones under control, let's move on to something that could be silently sabotaging your gorgeous grey hair. Heat damage. If you're guilty of this next mistake, don't worry, I have got you covered. I hear you. It's so easy to fall into the habit of blow drying, curling, and straightening our hair every day, right? We all love that sleek, polished look that comes from heat styling, but here's the reality check. All that heat can really take a toll on our grey hair. I mean, as we age, our hair naturally becomes more fragile and prone to breakage. And let's be honest, grey hair can be drier and more delicate, so less truly is more when it comes to using those styling tools. Now, I know, sometimes we don't have the luxury of time to let our hair air dry, especially if you are in a rush or have a busy schedule. But when you can, try to give it a go. You might be pleasantly surprised by how great your natural texture looks. Not only will it give you some volume and bounce, but it's also so much healthier for your hair. Plus, embracing your natural texture can be freeing and save you time in the mornings. Of course, I understand that we all like to style our hair to perfection sometimes. If you absolutely must use your blow dryer or curling iron, don't skip the heat protectant spray. It's a non-negotiable step that can help safeguard your delicate strands from the damage that heat can cause. And while we're on the subject, turn down the temperature on your styling tools whenever possible. The lower the heat, the less damage your hair will face. Trust me, your grey hair will thank you in the long run, and you'll be able to avoid that dry, brittle look that none of us want. So next time you are thinking about cranking up the heat, remember your natural texture is your friend. And if you have to style, keep it gentle. Your hair will look healthier, shinier, and more vibrant for it. Now that we've tackled heat tools, let's talk about another major factor that can make or break your grey hair game, which is your haircut. The wrong style can hold you back, but the right one, total transformation. Grey hair definitely brings a whole new vibe to your look, doesn't it? It's like your hair is telling a new story, and with that comes some changes in the way it behaves. And let's face it, those changes mean it's time to reconsider your haircut. The truth is, grey hair can really shine when paired with the right cut that highlights its natural beauty. But here's the thing, one common mistake I see a lot of women making is holding on to the same old haircut from years ago. Over time, your face shape, style, and even your hair texture can shift, so it's important to embrace that and update your cut accordingly. As we age, our hair changes in texture and thickness, and grey hair especially tends to have a different vibe than our darker strands. That means the haircut that worked wonders for you years ago might not be the best choice anymore. So it's time to let go of those outdated styles and try something new. The good news, grey hair looks absolutely stunning with modern, fresh cuts that add movement, texture, and volume. A cut that's tailored to your natural grey can really enhance the beauty of your hair and give you that youthful, vibrant vibe we all want. Think texture, layers, and volume. These elements work wonders with grey hair, making it look fuller, more dynamic, and much more flattering. If you've been wearing the same style for years, it might be time to visit your stylist and ask for something new. A few layers can add lightness and volume to your grey hair, and it can make such a difference in how you feel about your look. Here's a bonus tip for you. The shorter cuts are not only chic, but they're also easier to maintain, especially when you are embracing grey hair. A shorter style can help keep things looking neat and prevent those dry, unruly ends that can sneak up on us. But if you are in love with longer hair, don't worry. You can absolutely rock long grey locks too. Just make sure those ends are always trimmed and properly hydrated. Keeping your hair hydrated is key to maintaining that healthy, glossy look without any rough, unkempt strands. Trust me, those small adjustments can make a world of difference in how your grey hair looks and feels. Speaking of haircuts, keeping your style fresh goes hand in hand with regular maintenance. Let's dive into why skipping trims can be a bigger mistake than you might think. I totally get it. You are growing out your hair, and the idea of trimming any length feels like you are losing progress. Right, it's completely understandable, and it's so tempting to avoid those scissors. But here's the truth. Skipping regular trims might be one of the worst things you can do for your hair, especially when it comes to grey strands. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. Grey hair, as stunning as it is, can really highlight split ends. Those little frayed tips become so much more noticeable, and as much as we love the idea of longer hair, those damaged ends can drag down the overall look. Instead of giving your hair that smooth, polished vibe we're all aiming for, they can make it look a little lackluster, even if the rest of your hair is in great shape. And we all know how frustrating it is when you want to wear your hair down, but those split ends just won't let it look right. Here's the solution. I promise that just a tiny trim every 6 to 8 weeks will make a world of difference. It doesn't have to be a major chop, just a little freshening up to get rid of any damaged or split ends and keep everything looking fresh and healthy. Think of it as a little investment in your hair's health that pays off big time in how your hair feels and looks. Healthy ends give your entire hairstyle a more polished, vibrant look. Plus, trimming those ends keeps your hair looking full and lively, making your whole style feel much more youthful and fresh. Trust me, taking this extra step will save you from those annoying split ends that always seem to pop up at the most inconvenient times. So, embrace those trims. They'll keep your hair in its best shape, and you'll love how much healthier, shinier, and more manageable your grey hair will look. It's a small change with big results. Now that your hair is healthy and sleek, let's add some volume because let's face it, who doesn't love full bouncy hair? As we get older, it's totally normal for our hair to lose a little of that thickness it once had. I mean, we all notice it, right? It's just part of the process. But here's the thing, just because our hair is not as thick or dense as it was in our younger years, doesn't mean we have to settle for flat, lifeless strands. I see this mistake a lot, women just accepting their hair as is without giving it that extra oomph. But let me tell you, grey hair deserves to have all the volume and bounce it can get. Seriously, a little extra fullness can make such a noticeable difference in how your hair looks and feels. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I get that volume without weighing my hair down? The trick is using the right products. There are some amazing products out there designed to add volume without making your hair feel heavy or sticky. Look for lightweight mousses, volumizing sprays, or root-lifting products. These products help give your hair that gorgeous fullness, especially if your hair is feeling a bit thinner as time goes on. They add that nice lift without causing any heaviness or greasiness, which is exactly what you want for a fresh, airy look. And here's a little pro tip. If you're really aiming for some serious volume, try a bit of back combing at the crown of your hair. It sounds simple, but it works wonders, especially when you're going for a more dramatic look, say for a night out or a special occasion. A little lift at the crown can give your entire hairstyle that youthful vibe. Trust me, adding some volume will not only make your grey hair look fuller, but also give it a more youthful, vibrant feel. It's a game changer when it comes to how your hair looks and feels on a daily basis. Plus, it's an easy way to elevate your style with minimal effort. So, next time you're styling your hair, go ahead and give it some volume. Your grey hair will thank you. Speaking of enhancing your look, let's talk about how a little colour boost can take your grey hair to the next level. Just because you've decided to embrace your grey hair doesn't mean you have to give up on colour entirely. There's this common misconception that once you go grey, it has to be all or nothing, but that's simply not true. Trust me, you can still enhance your natural grey and make it even more stunning. One of the best ways to do that is by adding a few lowlights or a subtle balayage. This technique works wonders for grey hair by adding depth and dimension. A little pop of colour in the right places can really bring out the richness in your silver strands, giving it a multi-dimensional look that's full of life and texture. And here's a little secret. If you're not quite ready to fully commit to permanent colour, a gloss treatment can be your best friend. Glosses are a fantastic way to boost your hair's shine and smoothness without the long-term commitment of traditional colour. If you're worried about brassiness or that yellowish tint creeping in, a gloss treatment can help neutralise that and keep your hair looking fresh and polished. Plus, it adds a beautiful, radiant shine that makes your grey hair look even more vibrant. So here's the best part. You can have the best of both worlds. You can embrace your gorgeous grey hair while still enhancing it with subtle colour treatments that add dimension, depth and richness. It's all about finding the balance that works for you, whether that's with a bit of colour or a simple gloss to make your silver strands really pop. Your grey hair is already beautiful, but a little extra shine and depth can take it to the next level. Now, let's not forget about the foundation of healthy hair, which is your scalp. It's so easy to get caught up in caring for our hair that we forget about what's underneath it. Our scalp. But here's the truth. A healthy scalp is absolutely crucial for having strong, shiny and vibrant hair. Think about it. If we neglect our scalp, we might start to notice dryness, dandruff, or that uncomfortable, persistent itch that just won't quit. And let's be honest, nobody wants to deal with that, especially when we're trying to rock our grey hair with confidence. Taking care of your scalp is a total game changer. Just like we focus on keeping our hair healthy, the same care should go into the scalp, because a healthy scalp leads to healthier hair. One of the best things you can do for your scalp is invest in a gentle exfoliating scalp scrub. These scrubs help remove any buildup, dead skin cells, and impurities that can block hair follicles and prevent your hair from growing to its full potential. If exfoliation is not your thing, there are also hydrating scalp serums that nourish and restore moisture to the skin underneath. These treatments help soothe dryness and improve circulation, which is so important as we get older. When you take the time to care for your scalp, you're not just giving it the love it needs, you're also setting the foundation for healthier hair. Trust me, when your scalp is in good shape, your hair will naturally look and feel so much better. Plus, your grey hair will shine brighter and feel softer when it's nourished from the roots up. So don't skip this step in your routine. A healthy scalp is the secret to beautiful, thriving hair at any age. Now let's talk about something I know a lot of women struggle with when going grey: self-doubt. Let's be real for a moment. Going grey can feel like a pretty tough transition, especially when society and the media often link grey hair with aging. It's easy to get caught up in comparing yourself to others or feeling a little self-conscious. We've all been there, wondering if our grey hair looks perfect, or if it's what others expect from us at our age. But here's the truth. Your grey hair is uniquely yours, and it's absolutely gorgeous in its own way. Rather than stressing about whether your grey hair looks just right, why not focus on the natural beauty of it? Grey hair is not just a colour. It's a symbol of experience, confidence, and wisdom. Those silver strands represent your life's journey, and they deserve to shine in all their glory. Embrace that. Your grey hair is a part of who you are, and it tells a story of strength and resilience. Instead of worrying about what others might think, experiment with different styles and embrace what feels right for you. Whether you prefer sleek and polished or textured and natural, there's no wrong way to rock your grey. Don't forget about accessories. The scarves, headbands, and bold earrings can add an extra touch of personality to your look, and help you feel even more fabulous. The key is to focus on what makes you feel amazing and confident in your own skin. Remember, embracing your grey hair is not just about the colour, it's about owning it with pride. Confidence is the best accessory you can wear, and the more you embrace your natural beauty, the more radiant and empowered you'll feel. Grey hair is a beautiful thing when it's worn with pride and confidence. So go ahead, let your silver strands shine bright. You've earned it. And finally, the biggest misconception we need to clear up. Let's talk about why grey hair doesn't have to make you look older. This is the big one, ladies. The idea that grey hair automatically makes you look older, it's simply not true. The truth is, it's all about how you wear your grey hair that truly makes the difference. With the right style and attitude, grey hair can be chic, modern, and yes, even youthful. Let's bust that myth right now. Grey hair does not have to be mature or aging. In fact, when styled in a way that complements your personality and lifestyle, grey hair can be incredibly flattering and bold. It's all about embracing the uniqueness of your silver strands and celebrating the beauty of what's naturally yours. Think about pairing your grey hair with a bold lipstick that really pops, or a colourful scarf to add a touch of flair and personality. Don't forget a stylish outfit that complements your new look. It could be the difference between looking stuck in the past and looking amazing. These small details can really transform your overall appearance and help you feel fabulous. Grey hair is not the end of the road. It's actually the beginning of a brand new chapter, one where you get to redefine what beauty means for you. Your grey hair is not a sign of aging. It's a symbol of strength, wisdom, and confidence. It reflects everything you've learned, experienced, and achieved in your life. Embracing it is about more than just accepting it. It's about taking ownership of your beauty at every stage of life. No matter your age, wearing your grey with pride allows you to show the world just how empowered, beautiful, and confident you are. Grey hair is the ultimate badge of honour, and when you embrace it, you radiate strength and confidence. Now, I would love to know, what's been your biggest struggle with going grey? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I can't wait to hear your stories. And if you enjoyed watching this video, you will definitely love the next one.